welcome to the Swafford Homestead.
As you just got done saying.
Those onions are, whew.
You can smell the onions.
Yeah.
We've got them drying on the front porch.
Yeah. They smell good.
We pulled about half, probably, of the big patch. Maybe a little more. Ain't went to the garden box yet. We got quite a few onions. On our Facebook page, I posted some pictures of them. What we've pulled so far. Well, most of them. There's been a few made to the house that didn't get the picture, but oh well. Of course, we weighed them for shed board, and I didn't cover all that yet. It's a chore to weigh everything out of the garden. I've never done that, and you got to think before you start putting stuff up or start cutting stuff up. But we're just getting started, so it's going to get interesting.
These trees have really come out this year.
I believe it was the rain the other day.
They're really bushy this year. I mean, even my path all around the house is about
Bushy.
blocked off.
Was it the morning after, or the 2 mornings after it rained, after we made that walk around video?
Oh, yeah. Everything
Didn't
just
rain.
went green.
It rained probably, it didn't rain a 1/4 inch. I went to work, and I came home, I stepped off the bus, I looked around, I thought, something different. Got to looking through the gardens, and everything had grown by inches. It didn't look like the same place I filmed.
As windy as it is right now, I'm probably blowing up another rain.
He's trying. It's amazing what less than a 1/4 inch of rainwater can do for plants and gardens and even bushes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they build here with all this wind or not. It'll settle down here in a minute.
Give me a kite. Woo, I'll fly.
One of the good things is our biggest hazelnut tree's got hazelnuts on it this year. This first year it's had hazelnuts. Our smaller trees had them for 2 or 3 years. We're going to get a great harvest. If we get one off that big tree, it's a great harvest, because that means it's getting started. It's took many years of raising hazelnut trees to get enough of them, make it worth it.
Oh, yeah. It's been a good day, though.
Yeah. Pick more strawberries.
I had a headache most of the day.
And we're up over 20 pounds of strawberries for the shed boards, people. That's several quarts. I don't know how many I've got put up already.
You had your little assistant with you today.
Yeah, we had our grandchild here. We had a whole lot of fun with that.
He's so cute. He's learned to go.
Yeah, I've got a video of him doing that. A short video. He won't do it with the camera on. If he sees you pick up a cell phone or you pay attention to him, he'll quit.
He will blow bubbles all day long as you're not looking at him. But if he thinks you're looking at him, he's done. He's so cute.
What was we saying?
Little grandbabies learn to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The onions have done real good. We'll have to remember to give the neighbor some.
Yeah.
We forgot to last year.
Yeah,
He loves watching the onions grow.
He was very happy. I didn't think nothing about it. We just had a few of them big onions. We cut them up.
We cut them up and had them froze before we even realized
We didn't give him one of the
we
biggest
didn't give
ones.
any of the onions.
We had the regular ones, but we didn't have the big ones. He watched so long. That's what he wanted. He wanted one of the big ones.
He wanted one of the great big ones. Oh.
Our the bush beans come up. I showed that in the video that we planted 5 rows of bush beans. All you can see was just a little twig here and there. They're up about 6 inches after the last 2 rains. Now they're probably higher than that by this afternoon.
Probably.
It's amazing how they jumped. If you couldn't tell in the video, our sugar cane, or what we were sold as sugar cane, I'm still doubting. The more I watch it grow, the more I doubt, but it's chest high, maybe chin high on me. It's getting around 5 feet high. Whatever it is, it's going to be good because it's growing quick. And it's got like a big seed blossom on top of it. That's what I'm wondering what it really is. If it's sorghum or if it's sugar cane. It looks more like sorghum.
We'll find out.
I bought it as sugar cane. We're going to call it sugar cane till we know different.
Till somebody tells us otherwise.
If somebody looks at it and says, no, that's not.
We live in a good area to find that out, because a lot of people around here know what sorghum is.
Well, the two plants is, we'll say kin, they're of the similar family. But
they're in the family genes, huh?
sugar cane is perennial. It comes back every year. Sorghum grows, I forgot, it's 6-8 months, or sugar cane takes 18 months, which we won't be able to grow it for 18 months. It'll have to be cut off in the fall, covered up, mulched, or somehow keep it from freezing over the winter. Just to see if it will come back. And it might not. But it's been fun trying. If things don't change, we're going to try to get a press and press the sorghum and the sugar cane. We're going to make syrup. One way or another.
The cries of an ambulance coming.
Yeah. You see if the dog will howl? They're already howling down there.
Yeah.
Our dog, the neighbor's dog, usually howls every time an ambulance comes through. It's just exciting to him, I guess.
I guess so.
Just waiting to see if they're going to go off. See if our sirens go off. Dog sirens. I'm amazed the
Usually they kind of blow right through.
I'm amazed the dogs didn't really mess with it. Most time, he's our early warning. We know there's an ambulance coming before you can hear it. I guess they're out of the mood for it today.
The wind throwed him off. That's it. Well,
His buddy over there, he's not getting up and playing with him. So one dog in the neighborhood barks, the rest of them barks. One howls, the rest of them howls.
oh.
Supposed to be down in the 40s tomorrow night.
Woohoo!
I mean, that's just the end of May. It shouldn't be in the 40s.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be in the 90s the last couple of weeks either, off and on during the days.
You know what this weekend is, right? Memorial Day weekend.
It's going to be cold on the water.
Supposed to be what? The official kickoff of summer?
It'll be 50-something degrees tonight, 40-something degrees tomorrow night. Sunday morning, they're going to be kind of slow about getting them canoes and kayaks in the river.
It's kind of like almost the official kickoff of the canoe rentals and campgrounds and stuff around here. So usually it's Memorial Day weekend, and it's
that's when we get the most people in the county, the
packed,
time of the year.
And it stays packed all the way up to Labor Day. Unless there's like major river flooding or something, there's sure.
I was just talking about Memorial Day weekend. We got more people in this county than ever.
Population nearly doubles.
For about 3 days.
Yep. We have the Tennessee River in the county, and a lot of people from out of town come and camp on this river, and
There's
or
more
own
people
camps.
on the river than there is in this little town.
Yeah.
Or any town.
If they actually counted all the people who only come down here for a few weeks of the summer as a population of Perry County, we double.
Oh yeah. Like I said, there's more on the river than there is in both our towns.
Population
all
of
the
our
communities.
counties.
It's just like a whole other set of communities on the river. You go from one campground to another campground to.
There's people
You
who
just
come
walk
here.
down the bank more or less and find one. Go from one to another.
They spend their weekends here just about all summer, and then they lock it up for the winter and go home. And they just
So boating and canoeing and kayaking.
fishing. But I mean, what else are you gonna do in this little rinky-dink town?
There ain't much goes on. Now,
Alright.
now that the factories is pretty well shut down, it's really dead.
Where my sister lives, she got more people in her subdivision we got in the whole county.
Probably.
I mean,
I never been there.
Well, it's just little, what do they call them things,
I
cubby
haven't been
sacks?
to that house since you moved there, but
The cubby sacks there where you drive and it just kind of like makes a little hole.
mm-hmm.
You know, the driveway goes in and then there's like this big circle. It don't circle, it's like dead ends. There's houses all the way around it, but it has a big enough place where people can turn around. What are them called? Cubby sacks, something like that?
Something like that.
Well, her subdivision was full of them. The one when she first moved up there there was one down every road, and I'm like, ooh, slow down now, slow down. You want to make that turn, you better slow down.
Neighbors coming in for a landing.
But you know, we say about our little town,
Yeah, we
and
do live
how
in
it's,
the great city limits.
but you know,
Right in the edge of it, because it's not very wide to begin with.
it's just one of these little small communities, and people come from big towns and
Other states.
and other states and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's so cute, it's so homey," and I'm like, "It's just home."
It's all nice and neat until they look for something. It's like, well, where's this store at? We don't have one. Or where's this at? We don't have one. Or where do y'all buy stuff at? Well, we buy it at the local grocery, or you go to a Dollar General. That's it.
Hey now.
Well,
We get
what
one
about this store?
What do you call it?
25 miles.
Family
30 miles.
Dollar Tree, something or other. They're putting one of them in. We gonna be high on the hog.
Opposite end of the county, but hey.
Hey, it's just down the road.
Yeah.
But hey, it's more than just the Dollar General. We got two of those.
That's still a video I want me and her to work on.
What?
Some of the slang that's used around here, because we really confuse some people.
That video we watched the other night of Tennessee words? Yeah. They may be Tennessee words, but
We can relate to a lot of them, yeah.
we use more than she come up with.
Well, she
And some
got
of them she come up with, I'm like,
the channel has a series on that. They
Yeah.
covered a lot of the Tennessee words. And
But you
most
know-
words is the same, but you know, from one area to another, where we're in Middle Tennessee, we've adjusted a few of them differently than what.
you
East
get up in the
Tennessee and
mountains,
West
East Tennessee, and you got a whole other language.
We use a lot of the same terminology, but we change some of it, and the wording of it or the spelling of it.
Our accents. You know, have you ever just gone somewhere
West
and had somebody
Tennessee.
say talk to you?
Yeah.
They wanted to hear. I've gone places and conferences and stuff back when I was in ministry, and I'd be talking to people, and they'd just be sitting there like this, and I'm like, what? And they said, I just want to listen to you talk. And I'm like, why?
West Tennessee is different than East Tennessee, what I'm trying to get out. And Middle Tennessee. There's a difference in dialect, there's a difference in the terminologies, but we basically use the same words.
But it's funny.
But it's funny how they can switch words
I went up to
or
Kentucky.
knock letters off like they do around here.
I went up to Kentucky and had people just sitting there wanting to listen to me talk because they just love my accent. And I'm like,
And it's a difference in being in a small
Don't know.
town and being from a large town in Tennessee. Because the teachers tried their best around here to change the way people speak in this county. But they
nah.
figured out over the years that even though they teach English, they cannot change the people here. We do better than some of our parents and grandparents did, but
We have
There's a
our
lot
own
of words.
terminology, that's for sure.
we'll have to do that sometime or another. Make 2 or 3 of them and just cover a few words at a time so we can explain them.
Well, some of them hard to explain,
I know.
and terminologies that people they want to understand.
It might help them out sometime or another if they happen to
Like my double honky.
go out in the boonies, you know. Actually out in the country. We're not in the country. We're not out in the boonies. We can go a lot further than what this is, but
Oh yeah.
we're right in the middle of a city.
Well, you know,
Big city.
just to kind of give you an example of what we're talking about here. Brett would send me out to our local hardware store. We had this lady out there that run the hardware store, and when we was redoing some of the inside of the house, Brett goes, okay, I need some of these. I'm like, all right. I'd go out there, and she'd be like, well, what do you need now? I said, I need the doomahonkey to fix whatchamacallit, that thingamajiggy. And she's like, got you covered. And I'd come back, and I said, here, and he said, well, I need this. And I'm like, okay. And I go back out there, and I said, he needs the little doomahonkey that fits on the end of this thingamajiggy that tightens up that, whatchamacallit. You know, they understood what I was talking about. Brett, when she left the store, the next one that came in and took over, Brett had to start sending the parts with me because she didn't understand my doomahonkey thingamajiggies and whatchamacallits.
No, I didn't realize how different the generations was until I went to our local co-op. McGiven, it's in the next little town. And it was springtime. I was sitting there looking at a whole shelf full of sweet potatoes.
Oh.
And there was a young man that came out there to ask me what I needed. He was a teenager.
Oh, bless it.
And I told him I need some sweet potatoes. I told him, I don't remember if I told him I wanted red ones or yellow ones or whatever, because they just go by color. You ain't got 2 or 3 choices. I think they had 3 choices. He didn't have a clue what I was talking about, and I said a sweet potato. He's probably never planted one.
No?
But that's the difference in, I guess we're 2 generations behind the teenagers now.
Oh, somewhere like that. We're pushing hard on 50.
Well, we're a couple generations behind the teenagers, what I'm saying. He didn't have a clue what a sweet potato was. I had to point them out to him. Then I had to go to the back with him and help him weigh them because he was lost on getting so many pounds of them.
Well, I mean, unless you're a farmer, they don't expect you to know, gardening is becoming a rarity.
Things like I'm not a farmer. I'm just a gardener.
Yeah, but I mean, farmers go out there and get their stuff for their fields and stuff, and they deal more with corn and soybeans, stuff like that. When you get to the seed taters, you don't.
This one's too fresh fresh on the scene.
He'll have to learn if he's gonna be out there. You're gonna have to learn the difference in his corns and his soybeans. That's about all they grow around here. But
it was the way I pronounced it, I guess.
Seed tater.
I don't know. To me, I thought I did a good job at it, but apparently I did not because he didn't understand what I wanted or didn't know what it meant, or I just followed him to the back.
You didn't call it a potato.
I probably did say seed tater. I don't know.
We call them seed taters.
Well,
it's like a mater and a tater.
It got me to thinking about all them words. I watch another YouTube channel that celebrates the words of the Appalachian people. And a lot of our words are the same, but they've got a few that's different. We've got a few that's different.
There's a comedian.
We'll have to do that in a separate video. So
there's a comedian made a lot of money off
celebrate
them
some
redneck
words.
names.
We can celebrate some Middle Tennessee words.
Oh, psh. You talk more like just what we talk. Because I'm not kidding.
Well,
you don't get far out from us. We don't even got to go up Nashville, and I got people that don't understand where I say.
I'm going to give one example, and then we'll have to work on the rest of it.
Yeah.
Every day when I drop the children off on the bus, I use one common term when they get off the bus. I say see. No, I do not know how to spell see.
See?
C-E.
C-E. See.
They say see ya. Or bye, or I say see. I was taught that as a child. I got to thinking about it. I don't know that I have to spell it. I don't even know how you'd even start.
And like, right here.
It literally looks like C and an E, but C-E-E-E.
I would really hate to try to spell the way we talk.
Well,
that's why
this video is going to be a few words at a time.
That's why talk to text does not work for me.
No, it does
I
not.
cannot talk text. If I talk text, there's no telling what the text would end up being. My phone does not enunciate.
We have to ask each other what. What do you mean?
My phone does not
Or
understand.
send back a question mark like, I don't understand.
my phone don't understand Swafford Homestead dialect. But I mean, it is just.
If you think we should do these videos, if you'd like to see or hear these videos about some of the slang words around here, let us know. We're at the end of this video anyway. You can leave it in the comments and, let us know.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of several of them lately since I realized that even the new generations around here don't know what the old generations are saying. I think we need to celebrate them words and record them.
We have to have a Google translation.
No, I'm afraid what Google will make up some of it.
Oh, I tell you. But I mean, that's just the way life goes sometimes. Yeah. And when my head messes up, my language messes up, it really makes my redneck come out. It gets hard for you to understand me.
It's just a good thing if you've got a good, close marriage, you can read each other's words more or less. Kind of make up each other's sentences, and I know what she's trying to say. I might not know exactly every word, but I know what she's meaning.
But I think it's about time to wrap this here video up because our light's gone.
It's getting dark and the wind's getting rough.
And the clouds are getting thicker. But y'all have fun.
God bless. Have a good weekend.